Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ever dreamt of a car that roars louder than your average muscle machine and carries the legend of an icon? Meet the 1967 Shelby GT500, a car that didn't just rewrite the rulebook, it shredded it. Today, we're diving deep into this beast, its design, its performance, and whether it still lives up to the myth after all these years. The 1967 GT500 was Carroll Shelby's answer to the growing demand for more performance. It was more than a tuned Mustang, it was a rebirth. Built on the Mustang fastback chassis, the GT500 was fitted with a 428 cubic inch Police Interceptor V8, cranking out a factory-rated 355 horsepower and 420-plus pounds-to-feet of torque, though in reality, many believe it pushed closer to 400 horsepower. Only around 2,048 units were produced, making it a rare piece of muscle car history. Shelby added reinforced suspension, a unique fiberglass hood, and badging that made it stand out as something special. This was the first year Shelby truly moved into the big block territory, and it showed. Let's talk looks, because the GT500 is all muscle. The extended fiberglass hood with dual functional air scoops immediately tells you this is no ordinary Mustang. The front end has inboard mounted fog lamps that give the car a distinctive look, along with a mesh grille and Shelby badging across the nose. From the side, you get those iconic Le Mans racing stripes, extra wide fenders, and functional side scoops to cool the brakes. The 15-inch Magnum 500 wheels give it a planted, aggressive stance, and it sits lower than a standard '67 Mustang, enhancing the road-hugging look. At the rear, you're greeted with a ducktail spoiler, sequential taillights borrowed from the '67 Cougar, and dual exhaust pipes that hint at the monster within. Top that off with a centered Shelby GT500 gas cap, and you've got a car that looks ready to race you, whether it's standing still or flying down a straightaway. Step inside and you're greeted with an environment that feels focused and functional. The wood-rimmed 3-spoke steering wheel feels great in your hands, thin and elegant, but built for control. Behind it, the gauge cluster features dual large dials, a speedometer and tacho flanked by smaller gauges monitoring oil pressure, temp, voltage, and fuel. The dash is wrapped in padded vinyl, and the seats are high back buckets finished in black with optional Shelby embroidery. Comfort is minimal, but the vibe is pure '60s muscle. The center console houses the shifter, either a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic, and classic toggle switches and knobs that give the cabin an aircraft cockpit feel. You won't find touch screens or driver aids, so what you will find is authentic craftsmanship, analog controls, and a sense that you're piloting a machine, not just sitting in it. Here's the truth: this isn't a car you buy for luxury. The GT500 offers a raw, unfiltered driving experience. The ride is firm, with a live rear axle and leaf springs that give it that classic muscle car bounce. You feel the road every inch of it. The seats, while stylish, lack modern bolstering, and long highway drives will definitely remind you of the car's age. Climate controls are basic, and cabin insulation is minimal. Expect engine noise, wind, and vibration, especially over 60 miles per hour. That said, these discomforts are part of the charm. You're not just sitting in a GT500, you're experiencing it. This is the kind of car that rewards the driver with feedback, not silence. And for purists, that's exactly what you want. Alright, now let's get into the real magic of the performance. The 428 V8 under the hood delivers a brutal wave of torque from the moment you touch the throttle. 0–60 miles per hour takes around 6.5 seconds, which was blistering in 1967. Even today, it feels strong, especially because of the sheer torque that launches you forward. The car uses a Holley 4-barrel carburetor and dual exhausts to push air and fuel efficiently. Acceleration is muscular, deliberate, and totally intoxicating. Every gear shift is physical. You don't just change gears, so you throw them. Handling is respectable for a car of this size and age. Shelby added thicker sway bars, stiffer springs, and wider tires to give it more grip than a base Mustang. While there's noticeable body roll, it stays relatively flat through corners. The steering is unassisted, so it's heavy at low speeds but loaded with feedback when you're pushing it. The braking system includes front discs and rear drums, which are adequate, but not ideal by modern standards. You need to plan your stops. It's more of a momentum car. Build speed, hold it, and stay smooth. It's loud, it's raw, it's not comfortable by today's standards, but it was never meant to be. This car wasn't built to pamper, it was built to thrill, to connect the driver to the machine, and the machine to the road. Owning a GT500 is like owning a piece of rolling history. It's a visceral experience, a time capsule, and a legend that still turns heads nearly 60 years later. If you're lucky enough to drive one, do it. If you ever get the chance to own one, don't think, adjust, shift. Thanks for watching. If you loved this review, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into legendary machines. Until next time, you keep driving loud, fast, and free.